Guys, you can grow massively on X, or which is also formerly known as Twitter, by using Ideogram. I have made videos on my channel explaining Ideogram, and if you see this quote image that I made, I actually did zero editing on this one and I made it in less than a minute. Can you believe this? This was all made within less than a minute, and I replied this one on this post by John Cena. So John Cena posted 4 hours ago that work to be as good or better at understanding as we are at explaining. So this might be his original thought, or his his words that he borrowed from someone or somewhere. The thing is that it got 159,000 impressions and 916 comments. Now I commented on this one pretty late, because if you need more impressions you need to comment straight away. So I got 5 views, just 5 views. But the thing is that if you do this on other accounts, any other politician, or if you take their quotes or their tweets and make this one with ideogram, then you can get lots of views on and impressions on X. Let me show you people who commented timely how much impressions they got. So this was mine, and this one, I think this account might have posted straight away. It got 1.3 thousand impressions just for posting us a silly picture actually. And then coming down you'd see even the small comments, they got upwards of 1000 impressions on them. And let me take you to the X premium, and once we are here, let me take you to monetization. I'll tell you the monetization threshold. So let's go to the ad revenue sharing, and over here you see that I'm not monetized. I need 5 million impressions on my post within the last 3 months and 500 followers. Now I must say that it's pretty easy if you do it with ideogram, and you don't have to put a lot of effort. You can make these quotes from celebrities, rock stars, players, athletes, or whoever you think would be the accounts that you would like to follow on X. And then you have to comment on their posts, and even the comments would actually garner impressions. So the impressions that anyone gets, they would count towards 5 million impression threshold for the monetization. And for very little work, I think this is really impressive. I'll show you in ideogram how I made this one. So if you go down below, I started making it from here. So it was a hit and trial initially, but it didn't take a lot of time, and then I tried out different modes. So it was actually good with most of these. So this one was actually typography and some sort of painting, and this one actually turned out to be the best. Now for reference, let me show you John Cena. So this is John Cena. So guys, this image that ideogram generated, it wasn't exactly the same as John Cena, but I would say that with time this would actually get really better. And with almost, you could say, very less time spent, I think this is pretty good, because it also put this here WWE superstar. I didn't ask it to. Let me show you the original prompt. So this was my prompt. So I wrote work to be as good or better at understanding as we are at explaining John Cena, and I selected the mode typography and cinematic. And the magic prompt that it made on its own to actually expand on this. So this was this one. So you see this is really minimalistic, and this one is detailed because it takes inspiration from your prompt and builds on top of it. So if you see, it got the idea that I want this to feel like the image is motivational and thought-provoking. So ideogram is pretty good at it. Let me show you the other ones from this batch. This one wasn't actually accurate. This one, if John Cena was good in this one, I think this would have been a good one as well. And it tried to make this one, but it's actually far off from perfect. So you see guys, this is pretty interesting. If you want to grow on X, you could actually take this method and go ahead and do your effort and monetize your account. Ideogram is a wonderful tool, and now I'll show you from another example how you can make images like these. Let us take some quotes from Barack Obama. Let's see if we can get something here. So you see guys, these quotes are edited. They have put pictures on this one, and although it's minimalistic, but let me take some interesting quotes. So our stories might be singular, but our destination is shared. Okay, let's copy this one. Let me go back to ideogram, and from here, if you think you have a good prompt working, you can click on this plus icon from here. I'll click on this and I'll click use, and once over here I'll put the quote from Barack Obama here. I'll write his name, and I want the image, AI generated image, to be typography and cinematic, just like the one before. And I might actually go ahead and select from here as well, typography and cinematic. You see, the ratio would be, aspect ratio would be 1 to 1. And let me click on generate. It doesn't take a lot of time. You see, it has already started, and it would take roughly between 10 to 20 seconds. And you see, I'm still talking, and it's up to like 50%. So it's a really good one. It has started populating these results, and you see it's done with it. It's done with it. Let's see what it gave us. Our stories may be singular, but our destination is shared. There's a little bit of typo over here. So it has given us some sense of journey or and togetherness. Let's see the other ones. So if this wasn't here, this would have been a good one as well, but it doesn't have any imagery. This one, actually, this isn't accurate. This one also. Now, if I think there's been a mistake here. These columns, these actually inverted commas, these have been repeated twice. So let me see now if this works. So I can actually see that it's still not giving us the picture of Obama, but it's making us these quotes. So if, let's say, Obama shared this on his X profile, you could make it in ideogram, like you could make a better version of his saying or his words on ideogram, put it back in the comments there. And what will happen is that people who passionately follow him, they are gonna share your post, they are going to retweet your comment actually. So this is a reasonable one. This one is also fine, pretty fine, I would say. This one has a lot going on, not to my liking, but you might have got the idea. Ideogram is really wonderful if you want to grow on X. I have used it already to grow another account, which actually got demonetized later on. But Ideogram is really wonderful. You should give it a try. And if you are passionate about growing on X, let me know down in the comments if you are interested in it. And in the description of this video, I have given the links to the tools that I use, the AI tools. So if you are interested in any of these, you might go read about them, and you might check out those links for yourself if anything works for you. And if you are interested in this sort of content, you might be seeing 2 videos on the channel that might be relevant to your interests. So I'll see you in those.